Hi y'all, thank you so much for clicking on this video. For those of you that have been with me for a while, welcome. For those of you that are just clicking on this video, welcome to my channel. My name is Allie and I am a flight attendant for a major US domestic carrier. I am on a layover right now. Normally I like to film this type of video in the comfort of my home. It's just a little easier, but it's been a little harder lately with us. We got a new puppy. He's about 3 months old now, and between him, the kids, and the cat, like, it's crazy. Not only am I a flight attendant, for those of you that are new, I'm also a mom. I'm married, of course. I have a husband, and I have 2 wonderful children, a son and a daughter. My son is 7.5, he'll be 8 in April, and my daughter is 5. But yeah, so into today's video, I wanted to do an updated, kind of how I balance the mom life and with the flight attendant life. I haven't made a video like this in a long time. Like, I thought I had, for some reason, made one like more recently, but I don't think, I'll link it below, but I'm pretty sure the last video I made like this about balancing my life was back when I used to work for my old airline, which has been over 1.5 years now. So it's been almost 2 years probably since I made that video. Wow, time flies, you know? I've been with my airline for 1.5 years, and it's not easy at first. You are on what's called reserve, which means you are on call. So basically, flight attendants, we bid each month for our schedules the month prior. So in November I bid for December, in December I'll bid for January, and so on and so forth. And that's based on what days you want off, all that kind of stuff. When you're on reserve, you don't get to pick trips, you get to pick your on-call time. So at my airline, when we bid, you bid for 3 different on-call times. One is from midnight to 10 a.m. The middle one is 7 to 5, and then 2 to midnight, I believe. They're 10-hour on-call times, and that's just any time that scheduling can call you. So that's basically what my month consists of. I don't have what's called a line, which is where you know your trips. You know, so those people that have lines, they bid for trips. I could have had a line in December, but I am very excited to say that after 2 years of being in this industry, the aviation industry, I have Christmas off and Christmas Eve, actually. I'm really, really happy about this. I didn't get New Year's off, but I'll explain that in a little bit. It's just hard with the schedules that they give us to have both of them off. It's kind of like one or the other kind of thing, even if I had a line. But I'll explain more about how I could have gotten a line here in a minute after I explain my schedule and how I make it work with, you know, at home with my kids, because I do have to leave them. So a lot of people always ask me, you know, how do you do that? Like, is it just your husband? Like, do you have daycare? Like, all that kind of stuff. So I'll dive into that right now. Okay, so again, I usually do this when I'm home because I have like a dry erase little board calendar thing, so I had to kind of make one because I'm on a layover. Oop, there's a glare there. But this is my December schedule. So this is what it looks like. All of these scribbled out boxes are days off. So we only get 12 days, and that's what I was kind of explaining with Christmas, with having Christmas and New Year's off. It kind of is impossible because you basically can't fly legally over 6 days in a row. Or not fly, but just work, be on call, whatever you want to call it. You can't be on call for more than 6 days in a row. And we only get 12 days off. So it really kind of limits scheduling's ability to make the schedules where they have both off, basically. And like I said, if you have a line, it's almost impossible to get that off too. So this is my schedule. I have 4 days off here, 4 days off here, and 4 days off here. Also, should have mentioned this for those of you that don't know, I also commute. And I'll link some commuting videos down below. I do drive from close to Houston, well, Tomball, Texas, to Dallas, where I am based. And that makes a huge difference when it comes to, you know, making this work kind of thing. So basically, so I'm off for these 4 days. where am I? Oh gosh, get sidetracked. Okay, so on the 4th, hopefully if I get off early or if I get a trip, again, I don't know what I'm going to be doing this day, or these days I should say, because I'm on call. I know that I'm on call from midnight to 10 a.m., but that is all I know. I don't know if scheduling is going to give me a trip or anything like that. So regardless, I usually try to come home either the night, sometimes it's really early or like 2 a.m. when I have to get home, but I try to get home on this night and then I'm off for 4 days. Now because I commute on these last days, the last days of the times that I have off, or whatever the days that I have off, I do have to commute back to Dallas on those days because again, I'm on call from midnight to 10 a.m. the next day or morning or whatever. And I just like the midnight to 10 a.m. That's just what I've always done by choice for the month. We have the other on-call times in case I'm not legal to work or to be on call from midnight to 10 a.m. But regardless, my whole month consists of that schedule. It's just my personal preference. I like it. And usually I fly more when I did that schedule. So yeah, but I got Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and 2 days after off. I can move 4 of these days. So when we get our schedules at my airline, there's 12 days that you have off. 4 of those are what we call movable days, and you can move them around basically anywhere you want to as long as it's legal and you're not exceeding that 6-day, you know, of being, or whatever, as long as that, as long as it doesn't exceed 6 days basically of working. So I'm thinking about moving 1 down maybe. I can't decide though because my days off are coming up. I just can't decide if I want to move it down or not. But that's usually how I make my schedule work to my advantage, moving days around and trying to, you know, get things situated accordingly kind of thing. So yeah, that's my schedule. And now I will dive into what happens at home when I am gone. Because a lot has changed, not a lot, but some things have changed since my last video on this subject. Thankfully, both of my children are in school. They do go in person right now. I know with everything COVID, whatever, but regardless, I mean, you moms know, you get really excited when all your children are in school. Like, it's just so much nicer. It's cheaper, you know, because you don't have daycare to worry about as much. But yeah, so they do go to school full time. Of course, they're off this week. I think I'm filming this during Thanksgiving week right now, so they are off. And hopefully this video will be up probably December 1st. I'm gonna try to have it up as soon as possible for you guys. But anyways, yeah, so they're both in school. My husband is incredible. I can't say enough nice things about my husband. He holds the fort down when I'm gone, excuse me, while I'm gone away from home. And I used to have my dad and my mom and my dad to help me, but my dad passed away 2 years ago this coming March. And so that changed things. And for a while there, they were going to daycare full time, then COVID happened, and it just kind of, you know, the whole world went crazy. But now that they're back in school and we've kind of got a rhythm on things, my mom has actually decided to take over them basically. So she picks them up, she takes them to school because my husband has to be at work before their school opens for the day. So my mom takes them to school, picks them up, and almost football season's over with, but she was taking my son to football practice and stuff like that. I usually try to make it home for all the games if I could. And my daughter just started cheer. So she takes them to where they need to go, which is incredible of her. She is the MVP of the house, aside from my husband. I do also have my sister-in-law, who, she doesn't have any children. She's local, my husband's sister, and she helps out a lot. My sister, who is actually furloughed right now, unfortunately, with another airline, she also helps. She's been home a lot. She lives in the Dallas area as well, and is based there too. But she has been home a lot, so that's been nice. But primarily it is my mom, my husband, and sometimes my sister-in-law if if she can help and she's willing. So yeah, you have to have just a really good support system basically in order to balance this, especially being a new hire or newer. Hopefully I'll hold a line within a year, another year maybe. I could have held a line in December, and here's why. So in, what was it? August? Was it August? Oh, there's a glare. What is going on? In September, August or September, my airline offered extended leaves to help save us from potential furlough, because we didn't know if we were gonna have to furlough at that time, and it was just a crazy time in general. But basically they were offering 3-month or 6-month leaves, extended leaves, as well as month by month. So I actually took August, September, and October, and I would have liked to have continued it, but it's okay. I'm happy to be at work, and at least I'm working. So hey, I'm happy to have a job. But I was doing the month by month, but they were offering extended ones where you could bid, you know, to have those 3 months or the 6 months off. So with that being said, for Dallas, like 200 flight attendants, I think, or a little over, roundabout 200 flight attendants are basically on leave right now. I don't know how many of those will come back in January versus when they come back in, others that come back in March, but basically the lines that we're getting are trickling down to people who don't normally get them, like people like me who have been there for 1.5 years, and we wouldn't expect to get lines. So, and they're increasing lines as, you know, demand is more needed, which is a good thing. We need the industry to get picked back up. You know, the airlines industry took a huge hit. We needed to pick back up, you know. So it is a good thing that we're increasing lines. So basically for the month of December, they were offering 310, something like that, lines. I'm number 338, I think, or 340, something like that, right now. Seniority wise, so I knew that might be a possibility that maybe someone forgot to bid, maybe someone bid to have Christmas off because they knew they couldn't hold it as a line holder, and so on and so forth. So people bid differently around the holidays. So I knew there was a potential that I could get a line, but I didn't want to chance it. I didn't want to put that ahead of my schedules for reserve where I knew I could get Christmas off, because I know where I stand seniority wise to get it. Scheduling all goes by seniority, first off, if you didn't know that already. It's all about how long you've been with the airline and how many people are below you and all that kind of stuff. It just all goes into effect. So I knew for a fact I could hold Christmas off on reserve. I just wasn't sure about the lines. And I'm kind of glad I didn't, because there were some lines that went junior to me, but they don't have Christmas off, and they're not gonna get Christmas off because it's considered a critical day. Even Christmas Eve is as well. So basically our airline, what a critical day means is pretty much you just can't have it off. Like, unless you call out sick, or if someone just willingly takes your trip from you, you can't get it off. Even on reserve too. Like, it's just, you're not gonna be able to swap your days around to get it off. It's just not gonna happen. So I'm very thankful that I got Christmas off. It'll be nice to be able to be home. Like I said, I haven't been home for Christmas in 2 years. So I'm really excited that I get to do that. Hope this helped you guys kind of understand how it works being a flight attendant mom, or how I make it work, I should say. Being a flight attendant mom and balancing this life, and my schedule, and I'm just so happy that I got Christmas off. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to take this face off, relax. I have to work a red-eye flight this afternoon, and yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.